guys, welcome back to my channel and to another God's Little Makeup Artist Talk. So first of all, I just want to apologize because I have not been uploading, really even recording any videos. I think my last video was uploaded 3 months ago. I have somehow allowed myself to get sucked into some type of shit with someone. I still, to this day, I don't know how I allowed it to happen. I'm just gonna go ahead and share it with you because you know what? YouTube has been and always probably will be my visual journal. I was in a narcissistic, emotionally abusive ship. I'm saying ship because I never once agreed to being in a relationship with this person. Let's just keep it all the way 100. I moved out here last July 2020. I was just pouring into my business. I would wake up, make myself some tea, turn on my music. I would have my quiet times. I'd spend time with the Lord. Nothing could take my joy away. In fact, even now, I still have joy. And that's because that's something that's God-given and no man can take that away. I started working for Amazon. I had in my mind that I was going to be at Amazon for a few months or for however long until Glmua apparel started to walk on its own 2 feet, right? And Glmua apparel is my online boutique. I'm working at Amazon. I don't know if this is the first week or the second week. Shoot. Probably was the first week. There was a guy that tried to talk to me. I see him again like maybe the next day or 2 days later. And he's telling me that I've been looking for you. Where were you? Where were you at? Blah, blah, blah. Basically, this guy wanted to hang out with me. And I told him, nah, I can't do that. Nah, sorry. Long story short, it ended up being a few guys at work that tried to make time to hang out with me. And I told them all no. Every last one of them got a no. This even includes the one that I ended up in a ship with. He would just walk by while I'm working. He would just stop, he would say hey, or he would wave. I didn't think anything of it. Actually, on a different day, this guy came back, he found me. He stopped there and he just had a conversation with me. I'm busy. I'm always busy, so no. You know, I even got to the point where I was like, yeah, when I leave work, when I leave here, I go right back home and I'm working at home. I really wasn't working that much at home. How can I shape this person so that way they could just leave me alone as a whole? It just was not working. He was very persistent. First off, I've never dated anybody at work before, so again, I'm still confused as to how I ended up in this position. I did. Turns out he was trying to talk to somebody else, or perhaps somebody else was trying to talk to him, but then he saw me and then he was interested in me, and then he would bring that information to me. And I just remember one day I just looked at him and I said, you need to go back to that girl and tell her that you and I will never be anything. We'll never be anything. I'm not gonna be your girlfriend. You're not gonna be my boyfriend. We're not going on a date. We're not hanging out. Go. That didn't work. And I was really strongly contemplating whether or not I should go to, to HR to report this. This is like when we were freshly still kind of working there. Maybe it was like a little less than a month. It was just moving really, 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 really quick. Next thing you know, he's asking me to go have lunch with him. I told him no. There were a couple of times where he would ask me to wait for him when we got off work. I didn't say anything, I would just drive straight home. But long story short, with this whole little piece of time, I finally agreed to hang out with him. But then when I agreed to hang out with him, I had this feeling in my gut that was just not comfortable. So I ended up shooting him a text message that next day, the day that we were supposed to hang out, and I let him know, yeah, we're not gonna hang out, I'm not comfortable. I didn't want to say I feel uncomfortable because I didn't want to give him any room to say, oh, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. I just wanted to let him know flat out, I'm not comfortable, I don't want to hang out with you. And I also let him know you were too aggressive and I didn't like that. So he called himself trying to apologize to me, letting me know that that's just not how he was. And then that next day we went to work and then he asked me to hang out again. And I didn't give him an answer. I just basically let him know. I was like, no. And he says, oh, just think about it. So on the way home, I ended up thinking about it and then I ended up calling him, letting him know, okay, yeah, we can hang out. That's when that's when it all went down. Give me a few more weeks. With the help of the Lord, I'll be able to fully forgive myself because as of right now, I'm having this shoulda, coulda, woulda going on in my head. I shouldn't have said yeah. I had never been in a situation like this before, and when I moved out here to Texas, this is probably the most content and the most healthiest I had ever felt. 6 months later, I'm in a position now where, do I still work at Amazon? No. I got fired from Amazon. I was suspended at first, but then I ended up getting fired like 3 days later. The reason for why I got fired was because they wanted to know why I had been so off task. I mean, that day I was off task for 64 minutes. Lunch is 30 minutes. This was because that day, me and the guy had a big argument. I had just finished finding out that there was another girl that had been wanting to speak to me in regards to their encounter. He tried to talk to the girl, set up a lunch date with her, knowing that she has a boyfriend, but his whole thing was, oh, well, we don't have to say hi to each other in passing. We can just pretend like we don't know each other. Now this is what the girl is telling me. This took me on a crazy emotional roller coaster. My brain has never been taken through so much trauma in a short amount of time. 6 months, insane. This guy has done so much gaslighting where at times I would come to him with like certain concerns and he would spin it around on me, which would be him trying to cause me to question my own reality. If maybe what he's saying really is right. Maybe I am just tripping. He never had any emotion. Oh, and he never apologized. But when he would apologize, he would literally have no remorse, no emotion on his face. It would just kind of look like I'm sorry, okay? No emotion, no remorse, heart super hardened. Really, honestly, this guy did not care about me. And this is the first time ever where I have experienced someone who was extremely broken and unhealthy, extremely toxic. Someone who has the nerve to tell me that I'm the one that's toxic, I'm the one that's unhealthy, I'm the one who is insecure. But then you later find out that that's just projection, because I am very confident and I am secure in who I am and I am secure in whose I am. Do you hear what I'm saying? There are a gang of videos out here about this, but you know what? What's the best way to shut the devil down? Because these people are people to me, but they are empty on the inside. Whereas for me, I have the Holy Spirit. And for those of us, you're watching and you know the Lord, you have the Holy Spirit in you too. But these people who were once children, they're not born with this personality disorder. They just develop this disorder due to some type of neglect from when they were children, whether it be from their mother or their father or from both parents. At some point they decide, okay, they want to pick up a false self. Like a little boy who runs around with a cape on, like a little Superman cape, and he runs around and he wants to pretend to be Superman because people are going to look at him as a hero. Because these are grown men who are running around in life pretending to be somebody else who they are not. I see this as people who are walking around with demonic spirits that are inside of them. This has not only made me see how much of an empath I am, but a super empath now. I should be able to recognize a narcissist from this far away. There is no fellowship with light and darkness. You just can't. They don't have no fellowship. Narcissists do not know how to love because they cannot love. They do not care. They don't know how to care. They do not apologize. They use people as fuel supply. They don't see women as someone that they can love. They see them as a source of supply, which is called a narcissistic supply. If you guys want to see any more, please do me a favor and like this video. Like I said, I'm still going through a healing process. I believe that God is bigger than this. In fact, I know He's bigger than this, and He is going to elevate and heal me and make me better than ever. I'm gonna be okay. As always, I like to communicate these things with you guys to let you know what's going on with me, and that this is the reason why I had been absent from YouTube and I haven't really had any motivation, energy. My creativity has been completely drained, giving it all to this person, which is another thing that they do. Try to suck the life out of you. It's not a joke. This is a real life thing, and I had no idea that I would ever go through something like this. I can now smell, hear, and see things a lot clearer. So we can break these videos up. I'll see you in my next one.